Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy! Hello, good evening, how are you? This is our 47th episode, After Hours, Let's Talk Disney. It's a very special one, and it's crazy on assembling that. But we're gonna try, actually, I hope I will be able to hear our friends because I'm not hearing them since 10 minutes ago. But let me start by, I'm Karls Silva, I'm your host, talking with you from Miami, joined by my dear friend and buddy all the way from Kentucky, Collin Kendall.
I'm just glad I can hear Carlos. Can Carlos hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Awesome.
Ooh.
We're on track then. We're doing better now.
Yes, good. And all the way from Orlando, our dear buddy, Jason Canapp.
Hello. What a wonderful world. I can't even sing tonight. I'm so excited about what you're about to talk about. I'm so excited.
Yes,
even though I can still hear Collin.
Everything will be great today. There's one thing before. Let me. Oh, what is Collin?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Where did I go?
Oh, it worked. It's a name
nice.
miracle.
That's not nice. I'm back.
Okay, so but before we go ahead,
Jason did it on purpose.
Before I go ahead, I have to say that after our show last week, the internet was literally flooded by videos about Mr. Puddles. Let me show you one thing. Here with you, Mr. Puddles.
Oh.
Yes.
Funny thing is, I wasn't even there when the original joke came about, so I've been lost the whole time.
First picture you took of a puddle, you were
true.
there for the creation of Mr. Puddle. I love that. That's great.
Well, but let me tell you one thing. Today is a very special episode. Actually, we're starting to make out the celebration of our 1 year anniversary. Sorry, and today is what? Sorry.
I said close enough.
Yeah. Today it is international after hours. We're gonna travel a little bit. So we do have two very special guests, and we'll start with. Let me show this video. She is all the way from UK, from Whitstable. And I love UK. UK is always in my heart. And our guest is a fairly big, let me show where she's from Whitstable, Kent, England. She is a Disney enthusiast, and she is, along with Ben, Bella, John, Sammy, Gil, Peter, and Lloyd, she's part of the Great British Mickey Waffle. She is a host there, is one of our favorite podcasts and YouTube channels, and she is our dear friend Claire Casaroda. Hey, Claire.
Good evening.
What just happened?
I have no idea. I am now very concerned that this is that's quite the introduction. Thank you, Carlos.
Do you like it?
I do. That was amazing.
Okay,
great
good.
photo of my hometown.
But then, we're not alone with you here in terms of international connections. We're going to actually to other continent. When we flew to Europe, now we're gonna fly to another continent. Let me show. All the way from my motherland, from Brazil. All the way from a city called São Paulo. He is a good friend. He calls himself a Disney maniac, and with his family, he always shares pure Disney excitement. Also, he is responsible for one of the biggest Disneyana and non-official gatherings in Brazil. It's called Encontro Eu Amo a Disney. It's my big friend, he's a master, a tutor for me, Eric Pontodio. Just a moment. Hello, Eric.
Hey. Wow, that's me, man. I was good on that picture.
I really
huh?
did not like that.
Wow.
Buddies,
Yeah, but-
let's talk Disney. We'll have the four of us now.
Yeah, it's everybody.
I
There's 5
demand
of us.
music for my intros now.
You want an intro too?
Do you want like a samba or love's in the air?
Yes.
All of that.
Any of those would work.
One thing, buddies. Let's talk Disney. And what we need to do now is actually the 5 of us. We have to say our. We have to say our hello, hello, hello. And we're gonna say hello to a lot of people here. Donald Nicholson, Chrissy Wiggs, Joe Logan, Diane Duta Taylor Globefully, Terry Stisson Darty, Anthony's here too. I'm losing Stephen Bailey, a lot of friends here. Peter Minu's here. Be prepared. Mike O'Reilly, Wendy Seeger, Mark Williams, Mark Jones. Let's say hello to everybody. Can you see any else there?
Yeah, Trish Canapp's here. Mark Williams. I think you might have already said that one. Valerie Siddell. Good to see you, everybody.
Good. Let me decrease this. I'm getting crazy with all the sounds here, with all the echoes. I don't know if you hear it with echoes too.
It sounds lovely.
Yes, but
You're lovely, Carlos.
it is. It's going to be one of those days.
Carlos is a little rattled at the moment.
Very awkward.
And it's one of those shows that when you finish, you just want to go to sleep. You know, body aching. But I have another message here, and it's from another good friend of ours.
Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
And this is our fact of fiction. I think that everybody is kind of aware of. This is the second time we're gonna do, but this time is going to be different. Actually, the fact of fiction is basically is a phrase that you're gonna show in the screen, and it's something that came up from ourselves as our guests, and what you need to do in the audience, and including us, we have to figure out if it's fact or if it's fiction. So to our guests, I need to say, don't give away too fast. We're going to start to make questions to try to get to know if that's fact or fiction. And we're going to start with our guest, Claire. And Claire, I will show your screen.
Great. Yeah, so I once intruded on a private dining event at Walt Disney World just to say hello to Lou Mongello.
To who? To who?
Yeah, I know. Some bloke.
Do you know who's Lou Mongello?
Who?
Who? Yeah. Well,
Is that the stuff you get like with Cool? You put Cool Whip on it, and
so we need to understand if it's fact or fiction. If that was something that really happened with Claire, that she intruded in a private dining promo in Walt Disney World just to say hello to Lou Mongello.
I could see her doing this.
Yes, I can see her doing that too.
That's a fact, right?
Yeah, but Claire, let me ask you one thing. Where was it?
It was in Epcot.
oh, not the boathouse.
Not the boat.
No.
And
No,
where
no.
where
Was it
where?
like a dessert party? Or was
It's
it
almost
like-
already fiction because it wasn't at the boathouse.
Yeah, that's if it's not the boathouse, it's for me it's already
Couldn't
fiction.
be anywhere else.
But Claire, where at Epcot?
In the Italy Pavilion. It was in kind of Tutto Gusto,
Italy.
Tutto Italia area.
Well, which was it? Was it Tutto Italia or was it
Well-
Tutto Gusto?
Oh, we were in Tutto Gusto. He was in Tutto
Oh.
Italia.
Oh, and you broke through the barrier there to invisible.
Well,
too.
Yeah, not quite, not
Kind of a glass
inside.
curtain?
Yeah.
But it's in Tutto Gusto. So it was not 2019. It was not the one for
No.
for Epcot Forever
no.
because then
It-
we would have the chance to see you there too. So
No, it was 2017, I think it was.
let's
Jeremy
I
Goff
remember
saying we
right.
all know Lou was definitely eating, so that part is definitely fact.
let's see what they're saying. Carlene is saying fact. Jeremy is saying Lou was definitely eating. That part is fact. Helena Jahara,
That's a
all the way
point.
from Brazil, from Rio, she's saying fiction. Our friend Sarah Collins is saying fiction. Valerie is saying fact. Patricia is saying fiction. Marchon is saying, sounding a little bit fishy to me now. I'm changing my answer to fiction. You know one thing?
Convince him otherwise.
I would say that is fiction too. There is something in Claire that I don't know. There's something.
She's polite
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Just a final question for me to decide. Was he alone?
As in, was he eating alone? Was he dining? No,
Yeah.
he was at a I guess it's like a promo thing where you
What
go
other
and
kind of
find-
alone could there have been?
He wasn't with family. He
Did he look like
was at an
emotionally
event.
alone?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
maybe that's
that-
okay.
He often does.
So let's see. Joe Logan is saying fact. Let's see.
I'm thinking fact.
So Colin's saying fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
I'm saying
I'll go with
fiction.
fact.
I'm saying fiction.
And Eric is also saying fact.
Fact.
So me and Jason are saying fiction, and Colin, Eric, is saying fact, and
I don't see Claire just barging in like that.
yeah, me too. Look. Claire, is this up to you to say if it's fact or if it's fiction? Try to explain the story. Try to explain what happened. If it's fact.
My son will never let me live this down. It is fact.
Aha.
He is
Do it.
still mortified to this day that I did this. So we were in Tutto Gusto. It was middle of the day. We'd had some lunch, and Lou was at a dining promo thing going on in Tutto Italia. And if you know the area, it's got like a conservatory on the outside, which has got some blinds on the outside of it. And I knew he was in there because I'd seen him when I went to the bathrooms. So couldn't get his attention. So
Getting worse instead of better.
So I followed him to the bathroom.
mortified. No, but as we left, I was like, I've got to do this. I'd never met Lou at that point, so I actually approached the dining area from the outside of the building, and stuck my head under the shades that come down on the outside of the conservatory and said hello to him, and he was very gracious. he came outside and he said hello and we got to meet him.
After he recomposed himself from being scared out of his mind.
But you know what? The worst thing is that I've actually heard him joke about this story on a podcast at some point. It's like, do you remember that day that woman stuck her head under this? You know, it's like, yeah, oh my goodness, yeah, that was me. So it was completely fact, and yeah, I'm still slightly embarrassed to this day.
Oh my gosh.
He'll get over it.
I probably would do the same thing for Lou. Yes. I would do the same thing. Okay, so
I'd do it just to see his reaction.
Yes. Jump in and scream.
We all do it, and then it won't be strange.
So let's go to our buddy Eric. And Eric, I will see if you can read it. Let's see if I can help you there.
Okay. Once, due to not understanding a cast member guidance, I caught myself entering the Cinderella cast stage in the middle of a show. It was like my first time at Magic Kingdom in 1988.
Sarah, so
and I got lost.
But let's see.
Yeah.
88.
88, yes.
88.
Long time ago.
Oh.
Still remember.
What do you guys
Chase
think?
is normally the one who's supposed to sing here.
I know, I'm loving it. It's great.
He's got
It's a strong year, too. It's a good year. 1988 is a good year. So
1988, there were not strong security measures in the castle itself.
No, not at all.
Not at all, clearly.
Not at all.
I feel like you've tested the system since 1980.
Carlos, you went in 86, right? Or 84.
My first time was 80.
80, wow.
80, yeah. And
That's the
you
same
could.
year my Sharona was out, by the way.
Jody is saying fiction. Elena is saying fact. And I don't know. I think it's fact, because I know that in the 88 you could walk around, particularly in that area. You can have people, but why did you? So you went there in purpose, or why? What happened?
No, I was lost, and I was by the carousel, and all the group was in the park entrance. And I asked for a cast member, and he said, "Okay, can you see the castle?" I said, "Yeah, of course." Okay, it's just across, and I did it.
They still refer to it as a Pontolio incident.
Yes.
Yeah, that's both of it. And when I saw Mickey at my side and Minnie on the other side, I said, "Whoa, I think something's wrong." And then I looked back and three or four cast members, "Get out of there, folks. Sorry."
My bad.
Sorry.
So, Collin, what you say?
At that point in time, I want to say fact. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Jason.
I think it's fact. Yeah.
Claire.
I see it. I can totally see it.
Claire.
I'm gonna say fiction.
Fiction.
I don't think that happens. I think everyone's too sensible.
You still hold an annual pass. You've been asked to never come back.
Mike O'Reilly is saying faction.
Close enough.
I would say it's fact. I know a little bit Eric, and I think it's fact. Eric.
How many times has this happened?
Eric. Fact or fiction?
It's a fact.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
I don't know when you went there for the first time, Jason, Collin, and Claire, but by that time, when you cross the castle, at the same time of the show, it was open. They put like just a little hope, and all the characters and actors they passed through that to the point. And I was like looking at my watch saying, "Whoa, I'm late." And I did it. I didn't look at And when I saw Mickey, and I was there.
Did you join in?
Yeah.
No, I like did 2 or 3 steps inside of the stage, and I just say hi to everybody, and I get back.
Hello.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Good one.
Colin, I would do one thing. I would do, because there's one from you that I'll put in reserve mode. Okay, it is in for standby.
Wait, I only have one.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 3. Okay, and then I put your in reserve one, because I do have one that here is that it goes with the subject of our show today. Can I go?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Now,
but
I'll
sure.
show. So I have something that I want.
He's assigning you one.
I guess so.
I once almost started a samba dancing in the middle of a Bob Chapek's presentation.
Oh.
I once.
This isn't recording me. I'm glad.
First question: What was he presenting to Samba?
It was yes. It was in I almost started samba dancing in the middle of a Bob Chapek's presentation.
Is this Colin speaking?
It's not me. I can guarantee
It's
that
me.
much.
It's me. It was me.
You.
Yeah.
This is yours.
Yes.
I can't samba
Oh.
dance, so it's definitely not.
Oh wait.
I was there.
Oh, you were his dance partner? This is getting interesting.
I will tell you one thing. No, yes, yeah. Eric was not next to me, but he was pretty close, because Eric was in the press area, and I was in the regular stand-up general admission area, with Orlando. It
Apparently
was
dancing.
It was in D23.
Were you like preparing for the announcement of the Brazil Pavilion or something? Was this is this your moment of glory? And you were like,
Almost.
That the whole thing could be like that. It is fact or fiction.
it sounds like
I can
fact
see
to
this
me.
happening to Carlos.
Yeah.
like, for sure.
What do you think, Eric? Clara. Clara is quiet. Eric.
I need to see this samba to know whether it's true or not.
Well, it doesn't have to be a
Give us
good
a little
samba to
dance,
have
Carlos.
happened.
No. Let me ask the audience.
I mean, you should see a rumba.
Wendy is saying
I'm gonna say
fact.
fact.
Wendy is saying fact. Mark Williams is saying fiction, but it would be amazing if it was a fact. Carlene's saying I was pouring wine. It was Eric's fact or fiction? Was fact.
Fact.
Joe is saying fiction. John Yos is saying fiction. Renato Posca is saying, "Hey guys, I'm here." Hi, Renato.
Renato.
Michael Riley, I never seen Carlos dance so fiction.
Oh, you should see it.
Don't want to see it.
It's a spectacle.
It's beautiful.
I will tell you guys one thing. It was because pay attention. I almost started samba dancing. I'm not saying that I danced. It was fact. And what happened?
Somebody please tell me there's video of that.
Well, he didn't actually dance.
No, what happened?
He got close. That's all that matters. He had to be dancing somewhere.
We stood up because what happened was the following. It was the Parks and Resorts presentation, D23, 2 years ago. There was a whole rumor about Brazil having a Brazilian pavilion in Epcot. And in the middle of the presentation, we suddenly... Bob Chapek said, and guess what's going to happen in Epcot? And then we start to hear what was supposed to be drums, but actually were the Chimney guys doing in Step in Time.
Metal popping. It was disappointing.
And me and Orlando say yes in the middle. in the middle of the crowd. And when we said, "Oh," we saw Dick Van Dyke there.
Joke's on them, though. Joke's on them.
Oh, and it was
Guess who's not coming
fact.
either.
That chimney sweeps amber.
It was fact. So we actually almost had our Brazilian incident there.
That's great.
Okay, guys, and that was our fact of fiction. So we had 3 facts, no fiction this time. I really like this segment. I really like this segment.
Oh, we don't have to do it, Colin?
You want to do
it?
Colin?
don't have to do it.
No,
We're running out of
we don't
time.
have
We're
to do
good.
it. Oh, I'll save it. I'm going to keep the powder dry on the one I was going to use, so it's good.
Okay, so you know one thing. Let me get ready here. Claire, now is the time.
Now is the best time.
Our top 3 in 5. So it's going to be with echoes and everything. Guys, if you want to see how my head is exploding, I'm hearing echoes and I'm hearing the top 3 with delay and echoes. It's a trip.
It's so hard to be you. I know, it's like your poor little mind.
What you don't know is that's not the tech. That's just how Carlos's mind works.
So let
We'll
me
sing a little song to you later. It'll be all fine. It'll be good.
So let me show the topic, and the topic is, I think it's pretty special, but for many reasons. We have to put in, together the fact that 2 of us here are abroad, and in a situation that is not
Only
for
one's
them.
abroad.
It's not. No, two of
I'm the only one who got that.
two of us. It's not.
I gotta give him some credit there.
Yeah, you got. I have to start over again. 2 of us are abroad, and not only that, there are 2 of that in a situation that they cannot fly directly to Disney, to Orlando. We're still in a situation that we have travel restrictions. I don't know, Claire, if from UK, can you fly to another place and go to Orlando after? Which are the options?
No, not really at the moment. We're stuck. We're hoping tomorrow we might get an announcement that we can loosen some travel restrictions. So yeah, we're fingers crossed.
I know that Eric, the people from Brazil, what they're doing, they're flying to Mexico, spending 15 days in Mexico, and then then heading to.
Yeah, we have to quarantine in Mexico or Panama City or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's what they do. So the topic is pretty special because we're gonna talk about the top 3 things we miss the most when away from Walt Disney World. And this is something that happens to all of us in different scales. We have someone from UK that is really far, some from Brazil from far, someone from Kentucky that is in a lot less than middle of the way.
A lot less far.
I'm 3 hours driving, and Jason that is 10 minutes driving. So, but everybody miss.
Faster than Carlos if I fly.
Yeah, everybody miss somehow, and the idea is to talk about the top 3 things that we miss. I will do the following. We start with Claire, then Eric, then Carlos, then Jason, and Colin. Okay?
I see how it is.
Yeah, that's the way that I organize here. That's the way that is here.
Clearly you went in age order.
Yeah, if you guys want to mix that would be totally crazy today. Okay, so Claire, the top three things we miss the most from Walt Disney World. What you can say about your third option?
So my number 3 is the smells of Walt Disney World. Was my third option. The smells of the parks and the resorts. So I thought this was really important because actually there's nothing like the smells in Walt Disney World to place you somewhere there. So whether that be coffee and cinnamon and popcorn on Main Street or the smells in the resorts, each one is so individual. You know, that gorgeous smell of bromine from the murky water, or even just individual attractions, things like smell of Spaceship Earth and Flight of Passage. Those smells are the things that really place you within that environment. And I know that we try and reenact them at home with amazing candles and various things like that, but sometimes that makes it worse because it increases the longing a little bit. So for me, the smell, that olfactory sense and it really brings back amazing memories and puts you right back in that place. So those are the things I miss.
I noticed you didn't mention the Mexican Pavilion.
That's because I've actually never or the monorail. The smell of the monorail on a summer afternoon. It's beautiful, and there is nothing like it. I don't understand the Mexico Pavilion smell. I've never smelt it. So
you don't know what you're talking about.
He just burst his bubble.
Okay. Well, when you're here, you are not allowed to step foot even near the Mexico Pavilion until we're together and we can walk in.
And Claire, I have to tell you one thing. You brought your card or your third option, and I saw that it's like this, that the smells of the park said revenge, because last week I was using a smell as part of my one of my options of the top threes, and Jason said no. And now you brought it in with your proper English.
Great minds think alike, Carlos.
He did use
great minds.
I know. I use sense. And
same difference.
And so why you do react? That
because we expect more from you, Carlos. That's why.
So it's a double hit. That's.
That was just mean across the board.
Yes, it got to Claire and got to me. Oh, Claire, do you see what I'm used?
I'm
absolutely
shocked
did.
I escaped that one.
Yeah.
So let's go to our buddy Eric. Eric,
hey,
your number 3.
My number 3 is what I miss is to eat the sweet cream cheese pretzel at the Hollywood Studios. It's amazing. I love that.
And
I love that.
And every time I walk by there, I think about you. Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, man.
Where do you get that?
It's looking at the Chinese theater on the left, close to the ABC Commissioner. There's a little spot over there that sells this pretzel. It's amazing.
It's like a little cart.
Sweet cream cheese inside. It's hot. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's my top food.
That's a good one. That's
Next time, do that and send me a picture eating that.
You have a task for this weekend, Jason.
Yeah,
if only it was easy to get into Hollywood Studios.
It's true.
But you know one thing.
Try to get a pass there and just send me a picture, man.
But you know one thing.
Mail him one.
Snacks, food is something. Always something that someone start to pick up as a top thing that you miss. I know. For me, for a long time was Casey's hot dog. But
it was little corn dog bites for me. Those things are delightful.
But Casey's, what happened is that when Disney started to go all healthy, and Casey's Casey's became really healthy.
Not that much.
Not that, but healthier. It lose a little bit of the flavor. I like it when
they got rid of the plastic cheese.
Yes, I like it was not that healthy. So but every time, Eric, that passed by that little cart there, I remember about you, and I remember about the
And it used to have that at Magic Kingdom, close to the Space Mountain.
I remember that.
Yeah. But now it's only at Hollywood Studios, and I think it makes it more special because when we go from Brazil or like UK or whatever, you go like one time at Hollywood Studios. We don't get to go 2 or 3 times. So we gotta eat there.
You gotta get about 6 in that one day.
Oh yeah, man. We buy like 3 or 4 and go eating.
I like it. Good plan.
I clearly need to snack. Like I really don't. I really shouldn't snack more. But like I really obviously need to snack more because.
You and Carlos both. You get cranky when you're hungry.
Yeah. But you know but Jason, you know that there's you never tried that one, no?
No.
And
I haven't tried it either. I don't think I've even seen it.
Carlos, you and I have stood in line like feet away from there. We haven't tried that. You never said anything.
But what happened is that for me, it took a long time also there was a snack that I only tried like 2 years ago. It was the spring rolls, the cheese bar, the pizza.
Oh, yeah, those are good too.
Tried
those I
I've
have
heard
had.
good things.
It took me a long time to enjoy that. And
oh, that would be a good contest. The cheeseburger spring rolls versus the cheeseburger bao over at Satuli.
You and Satuli.
Carlos is with me. That
I
one
don't like
fit.
Satuli.
Satuli, the cheeseburger bao at Satuli is amazing.
No, yes, that's one thing that is good. Yeah, that.
One thing that's good.
I mean, what's the one thing that's good at the cart where you get the cheeseburger spring roll? The cheeseburger spring roll.
but it's a cart. It's not the Satuli.
What? It's counter service.
So, okay, let me go to my list.
No, I'm hungry and I'm cranky.
Yeah. And what I would do, I would talk about something that actually what I miss, and my third option is something that is not in the park, yes, and I have to tell you guys that I have to really control myself now, because every time that I talk about it, I get really emotional. But it's true. The last time I did that live show, no, wasn't the last time I do. One of the live shows that I did for Ponto Orlando in the park, and I showed that place. I was caught emotional, but I'm talking about the Casey's Corner pianist, and it's something that since my first visit to Magic Kingdom that it brought my attention. In this case, it's Jim. Jim is a guy that I know since 1984. He is like, he's an asset for the park. Everybody knows him. And the reason that I get really emotional and think about that is because every time that I go to the park, I'm trying to go first to that part, to the cases and to the piano. And I used to do that with my parents, my brother, my sister, with Maria pretty young. Maria loved to hear the piano there. The same thing with Pedro. So that connection with that specific cast member, it is something really strong. And I hope he's going to be back soon. And I really hope that he's going to be back. And it's something that I like to say, not only regarding Jim and the Casey's pianists, but also all the other entertainers and performers that we start to build up a strong connection. Because some of them are for a long time there. You guys remember the band in Canada, the Off Kilter? Off Kilter, they spent 25 years playing there. I went there for the last concert. It was so you start to build up a connection with them, and they start to be a really part of your experience there. So that's my third option. Particularly is the Casey's Corner pianist. You like that?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Doesn't.
Sorry?
Come on.
You should be able. You don't need our validation. You should feel good about your own choices.
No, but but I like to share with you, and I really appreciate.
I love it. I thought it was great. I thought it was one of the best, actually.
Jason almost cried.
I don't even think you need the other two.
It was emotion.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's the drummers in Japan and the Sergio, and yeah, I'd rather not talk about it.
Yes.
It just makes me sad.
Yes.
It does.
And I really hope that everybody understand that this is pretty it's intrinsic and a part of the experience, and that Disney never lose the sight of that. I really understand that in some cases there's visa issues and the whole thing that there's being difficult right now, but I'm praying for everybody to be back. Everybody, including Bob Jackson and all those guys. That amazing pianist lady that we met in Epcot, Jason, our friend that I cannot Carol, yes. This is we need them to be back. Jason, it's time for your number 3.
Carol's still. I mean, Carol's thank goodness still there. She's just not in her normal spot.
Yeah. But then when I'm saying, but is she still?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I just don't want anybody to think that she's gone again.
No, she's not gone. She's not gone.
Don't freak out yet.
Jason, what about your number 3?
My number 3, like it's easy. And when I was thinking about these, I was thinking about when I didn't live here, because it's different now, and there's a lot of great that's different. There's a lot of different that's great, and there's like some different that's not so great. And like one of the things is, it's related to this one. When I'm not in Disney, I miss the Disney bubble. I miss like the effect that you get where you get isolated from the rest of the world. You stop watching the news. You stop hearing about, the stuff that's happening with this person, that person, the gossip mill and all this stuff. Like you just are protected from all of this noise and stress and garbage, and you're just in Disney. You're just in Disney, and it's wonderful. And you're blissfully unaware of what's happening like anywhere else because it doesn't matter because you're in your happy place. And you know that you'll return to the real world, so to speak, at some point. But I miss that moment. When you land at Orlando International and you just escape. I miss that. That's it. That's easy. It's the Disney bubble. Did you like that?
I loved it. But the first time,
okay, good.
First time I read it, when you sent it to me, I said, "He talking about bubbles." Oh.
Well,
I did. Bubble ones.
I mean, I do like those bath bombs.
I'm thinking about those little machines with bubbles, and I say, "Oh,
I don't miss those." No,
you don't miss
those Disney bubbles. This is not to be confused with the little bubble machines.
No.
Oh boy, do I not miss the bubble machines. So
then I said, "Oh, no, excuse the Brazilian. I got it now. I got it." And I really, I totally understand that.
Create something that we can actually like make it feel like people are spitting on you. And it's just okay.
Collin,
Clean.
Mr. Puddles, number 3.
So mine is actually, this is probably the simplest one on my list, and it's probably the shortest one as well, but it's just the subtle sounds. And what I mean by that is basically like the laughs, the luggage carts rolling on the floor, the suitcase clicks when you get to the airport, just like little things that you don't typically pick up on, but like when you're there and then when you come home, you think back on it, you're like, man, I kind of missed that sound. It's kind of an odd one, but I like that sound. Like one that comes to mind is like the wooden boards on the boardwalk area.
Yeah.
When you're like walking along that kind of thump that you go through as you walk, and as people roll stuff over. Yeah, but you don't get that many places because you don't cognizantly are aware of it. But don't laugh at me.
I'm gonna buy you a board for your.
Not nice. Not nice.
I'm just gonna record the sound of my footprints.
Carlos was so nice and going along with me, like I get it, I've been there. Jason's like, I'm getting you a board.
Okay.
Somebody back me up in the comments.
You know what I missed?
No, nobody will back you up. Claire, your number 2.
So my number 2 is the cast members. that I miss. That's in general. So for me, they are the most important thing of any Disney vacation for me. Is about, the fact that they are completely empowered to make guest experience outstanding. There's nowhere else like it. They are happy, and it goes all the way from the server in the restaurant through to the ride operator, from Imagineer through to character performers and dancers. Everybody's there to make sure that guests have a great time, and they love doing what they do, and that makes a huge difference to me. So when I'm not there and I don't have people behaving in that way, I really miss it, because when people aren't nice to you, it makes you remember what's so amazing about them.
Yeah, and
Story of my life right there.
I totally get it. Yeah,
I do get it.
And Claire, do you like the picture that I used for your top two?
I do. I'm intrigued by that picture.
Yes, then let me explain that. That is from Galaxy's Edge. It was she was selling this little, I don't know how you call that little thing there, that little animal.
A little creature that's like the same kind of creature that Jabba used
to have. It's amazing, isn't it? It's because they're so immersed in the story, aren't they? That's the thing. They're on board with everything and immersed in the story. I haven't been to Galaxy's Edge yet. I can't wait to go. Yeah, I love the fact that they're all bought into it.
Mark John is saying, I do miss the cast members. Okay, let's go to Eric. Eric's number two.
Hey, my number two is Watch Happily Ever After. Mm-hmm. I love that show, and I think it brings the best of the best to end the night. All the best pictures of the best sounds, the best songs. All the people is there watching and staring to the castle and looking at everything. I just love it. I love it. I was in love with For Wishes, and I love Happily Ever After. I just love it.
Perfect.
I can't imagine people going out of the park without seeing that show. And we have a lot of friends who does that just to go to the premium outlet, So
Very
it's
true. Very true.
Yeah, man.
Wait,
So
did you say you missed the outlet?
No.
No.
Actually, you said the opposite.
No,
Okay.
People that leave the park to go to the outlet.
I love Amazon. I don't
Okay, good. I mean, just the idea of parking alone there, like that freaks me. I get my blood
The
pressure
worst parking
climbs
lot in the
to.
world.
It's an adventure. You agree
It's
with
like
me?
a
Just to
war.
park- Yeah, just to park there is an adventure.
Oh my
You take an
gosh.
Uber, it's
I love
easier.
That's true. That's a good plan. That's one of those
You
places
got
you just
like
pay
trying
for
to
the
download
valet
the
just
app
so
the
don't
first
have
time
to
you go
park.
and you realize, oh, I should have downloaded this app, and you're trying to download the app and also find a spot at the same time, and then there's a person who like hops out of the car while it's still moving to run to the spot that's open so they can stand there like a human shield.
Sad but true.
Oh my god. Like
And your wife saying, go in the other side because we're gonna be closer to the store that I want to go. And your daughter was saying,
just
I want to go to the bathroom. And whoa.
yes, oh my goodness, if they have to go to the bathroom, the pressure's on. It's really the best move there really is to just if you don't have the Uber thing, the best move is to just like toss the family out of the car and circle the building until they're finished shopping.
Yeah, you're right.
Or go down the street and get a beer.
Yeah.
And then come back after you've sobered, of course. And then get some.
shop online. It's better.
Shopping online.
Exactly.
Yeah, shop online. Amazon.
I know. Carlos is thinking, well, there goes our sponsorship from the.
Exactly.
That's great.
Orlando bringing it back.
But you know one thing, I
Would have
really,
been a good opportunity, really.
I'm really a big fan of Happily Ever After. I
love
do
Happily Ever
miss Wishes a lot too. I do miss particularly because of the song. The Wishes, and I think the time of that we used to enjoy Wishes was usually when with our young kids and the Maria and Pedro really young. So that's what for me was sometimes have more even than any other night show is Wishes. It's just was special for me. Okay, let's go. Let's go to my second one. And I need to. Actually, I'm doing a Collin Kendall moment now. I cannot.
Oh, that's not
A
good.
puddle?
Oh, I know. Yes, and I'm talking about the Main Street lights. At night, Main Street at night, and for me, since the first time I visited the park, that moment, that place during the night, I think is so special. And I always, and for me, young away from Disney and living in Brazil, I said if I would have something like 5 minutes in Disney now, I would love to have those 5 minutes in Main Street, USA at night. And Colin, pay attention to the photo, to the picture, because that's what happened when you spend dinner with Collin Kendall. We start to take some.
Was it really?
Yeah, no, because of your conversation,
Oh,
your
okay.
classes.
Okay,
You're-
cool.
I'm I'm your student.
That turned out
now.
nice.
Yes, Collin Kendall's school of photography. It is. So, Jason's your number 2.
My number 2 is sort of like not the opposite of, but like my number 3 was something that I missed when I didn't live close to Walt Disney World, and so number 2 is something also that I missed when I didn't live close to Walt Disney World, but I don't have to like. This is one of the great things about living close to Walt Disney World is judgment-free Disney clothing,
Oh.
like that you can
Yeah, no,
wear.
that never stopped you in
whatever-
daily life
Whatever
before.
you want to wear, and you don't have to worry about. Like this happened to me the other day. I was wearing. It was a Fun Shirt Friday, of course, and I was wearing my fun shirt. I can't remember what it was, but it was it was one of my fun shirts. You know what I'm talking about? And it wasn't like a subtle fun shirt, and I found myself like at Publix,
match
and
your
I haven't
mask?
been like, and mind you, I haven't been at a grocery store. This is the first time I've walked into a grocery store physically in like a year, more than a year. So I go to Publix, and I realize it's almost like one of those dreams you have when you're like back in school and you realize you don't have any pants on or something. And I don't mean like a Zoom kind of thing. I mean like you're in school and you don't have any pants on. And it was like that. I'm in the aisle and I realize like, oh no, I'm wearing my Disney shirt.
I'm getting judged right
I was
now.
wondering why people were looking. I was like, well, maybe my hair looks nice or something. No, it wasn't that. It was so. Then one of the best things about being in the Disney bubble per se is that you can wear whatever Disney stuff you want. And I remember like my son, who's now 19, even now, like, well, maybe not now, but like even just a couple of years ago, he would wear stuff that he would be caught dead in outside of Disney. You know what I mean? Like a sorcerer's hat or ears or it's like, it's so wonderful. And I miss, like, I used to miss that. I used to miss being able to wear that clothing. So that was it. That's all. That's my number 2.
And it's there is a cultural difference here, and Eric will help me that because in Brazil, what sometimes a lot of our friends from Brazil do is that they really get dressed really fine. They go with good
yes.
to go to the parks. The dress really fine. It's not, and it's something that we start to decompress and then doing a lot better when you're here. The only thing
I see some people are commenting like Jason has subtle fun shirts. Like it's all relative. It's all relative, so
All relative to his normal obnoxious shirts. Is what they're trying to say nicely.
But Colin, this is how our opportunity to hear your number 2.
Yeah, so for me, this is probably the most authentic one I could give, and it's just the friends I've made in the Disney space. And I think we can all relate to that in one way or another, even if you're not local, you're not there that often. But when you're in the parks, you get to kind of reconnect with some people that you don't always get to see on day-to-day basis that you would typically. I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of set the world aside. You all have a little bit more time, or you tend to make the time to just enjoy some time with your friends. And the Disney space friends tend to get it differently than your day-to-day friends in an odd way. And it's a great opportunity, even if you're from across the world or if you're 10 minutes up the block. Seems like every time we're in the parks these days, somebody's saying hello, somebody's joining us, or we have a friend there with us. And it's something you miss when you get back home, because you look at it and you're like, well,
Yep.
I don't get to see that person that much anymore, so it's great when they're actually there and you get to kind of just enjoy being there. And everybody has no timetable per se. It's just kind of, hey, we're having fun today.
Yep, and it's the same thing for me, and that is one. It is growing more and more, thanks to what we're doing here. Thanks to what we're doing in other, with this, even with the space in Brazil, suddenly you start to realize that people start to get to know you, and suddenly you realize you have a big friends. Here is a good example, and many others that we have. Thank God, that makes a whole lot of difference. So
absolutely.
Beautiful, Collin. That's why sometimes I leave you in the last position.
Dead last.
Yeah, that's why. Claire, your number one.
So my number one, it's a bit of a go with me, is the permission to be free. And by that, I'll explain. I mean the permission to be childish, permission to, a bit like Jason was saying, to step outside of normal life. That feeling of the virtual weight being lifted from your shoulders when you first step into the bubble. But the permission to have an extra snack, to have an extra drink. To
I
be
don't need
able
permission
to
for that.
The permission to wave at a character or dance and sing in the street. Now in normal daily life, actually people look at you a little bit strangely when you do that, and certainly here in the UK, if I was to burst into song as I was walking down the street, people would they probably would lock me up. So I think that it's that permission to chat to anyone standing around you as well, actually just to strike up a conversation, and that's not only accepted, it's positively encouraged, and I think that's really liberating. So that permission to be childlike and to have fun without any sort of restrictions or judgment. So that's the bit I miss most, actually, I think, more than anything.
I was with you right up until you started saying striking up conversations with strangers. I'm like, really?
I've been to the parks with you,
Maybe we
Jason.
can. I was right there with you, breaking out in song, dancing down the street.
I'm sure that social distancing probably helps with that.
I love physical distancing. The best invention ever.
You didn't realise quite how antisocial you were until they brought that.
Oh, I realized.
He's thriving.
Yeah, okay. We didn't realise how antisocial you were.
So
I didn't realize there was a solution.
So let's go
Get my
to
t-shirt
Eric's.
says, "Get away from me" on it.
Let's go to Eric's number one.
Okay, my number one, what I miss the most is seeing the happy face of my children when they enter Main Street, USA. I have a daughter with 22, another one with 9, and my boy with 2.5 years. And I'm always appreciate seeing them entering Main Street, because they're looking and like they're saying, "Oh, thanks that I'm here again, Daddy." It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I love that. And another thing that I love to do is to see the happy face of the general public. When they got into the park and then they look at a castle and they smell everything and they look everybody. It's a face that you don't see every day, right? At least here in Brazil, we don't.
Yeah. I like that because it's one of those things, like, you walk into the parks and typically the people that necessarily don't go the most are appreciating it the most in an odd way, and you can see it on their faces. The people that it's either their first visit, they're there with a big family vacation, or there's a big group of them, they're all wearing the same t-shirts, and there's a camaraderie there. It's fun, and it's good to see that, because some of us that go quite often, you kind of get into a pattern on what you do when you go in the parks, but it's good to see those people that are just happy to be there and enjoying whatever line, wait time it is, anything, just happy to be there.
Yes,
Yes,
that's it, spirit.
and then brings me to the Collin Kendall's thing, is that the whole experience that we have and Disney is actually connected to the people that we're with. So yes, it's really good to have to think about the kids. Let me go to my number one. My number one is, and it's funny because I'll usually say to people that is, what happened is that we do have some icons for the parks, or when you think about, I'm away from Disney, which is the first thing that comes to your mind. A lot of people will say Cinderella Castle. For me, was always, well, not always, but from 82 on, was the World Showcase Promenade. That is my Disney place. That is my, actually, if I can picture my happy
Beautiful
place,
picture.
it is that one. Yeah, that's another
Nice.
thing. That is another Collin Kendall's influence result. And so the World Showcase, and the simple idea that you don't need to do that much, or you just need to walk and enjoy, smell, sightseeing, people seeing, everything there. So that is my happy place, and that is actually, when you think it, I think I'm missing in what I like to do. The first thing that comes to mind is the World Showcase Promenade. Yes.
Solid. That's
That's
a
a
good
good
pick.
Definitely agree.
Good pick. Yeah.
Yeah, and Collin Kendall, thank you for your classes.
Happy to help.
I'm plugging
Happy to help. It's fun.
Collin's school of photography. So, Jason Canapp, you're number one.
My number one, believe it or not, number one is extended family time. Like being able to, especially when especially like the teenage years, like when they just you have them all day. Like there's no escaping to their room and getting on the computers with their friends. There's no like even burying their head in something else. Like you have them all day, and sometimes if you're lucky enough for like a week or more, like you just don't get that kind of time, even like any other vacation. But there's something that's so wonderfully like purposefully designed into all of Disney parks, and that is the idea of experiences that the family can share, right? That everyone gets to do, that you don't have to separate, that you get like with, yes, there are some attractions and so forth that everyone will do or can do, but by and large, it's a full family experience. And so from start to finish, you're just with one another. And I miss that. I miss those vacations, and I won't have them again. Like even living, like especially living close now, and kids are just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, they're probably happy about this. They're not like me, but they're not like, oh, let's go to Disney every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's wrong with you? It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna have to start going to Disney.
But when we didn't live close, it was this thing. I mean, they got as excited about it as I did. Well, almost maybe not quite as excited, but it was.
It's a big level.
I miss that. I miss that full immersion. I think the whole Disney bubble effect helps with that, right? And just being able to spend huge chunks of time with each other. So.
Yep.
That's it.
And it's
Definitely agree with you. Definitely.
Totally
Do you know
agree.
what? It's really strange that actually my kids are never better friends than when we're on a Disney vacation.
Right.
They're actually
Yes.
they are. They suddenly become like best buddies. So the rest of the time you're like, what?
It's like
going on?
magic.
Yeah. And they help each other. They're polite to each other. They're kind to each other. And I'm just like, why can't you be like this all the time?
But buddy, Jason, you got it right in one thing, because we start to see a phasing that is totally different. That they, from some reason, that they start to have other things, and that's right. They have it's natural. They have other priorities and other things, and you start to go a little bit along.
It never happened to me.
Longer in the future, probably there will be a wave back for us in other situation with, but I hope pretty long. pretty long when you talk about
Careful what you wish for, Carlos.
we talk about grandkids and things like that. It's pretty long ahead, but there will be difference. There will be different phases of Disney and the way that we enjoy with family there.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Amazing, amazing. Collin Kendall.
Yeah.
You're
So this
number
one won't be much shock to anybody. For me, it's the simple moments to let go and let my mind kind of separate from the day-to-day life. And I know a lot of us have touched on that today. I know Claire had mentioned it and Jason had mentioned it both. And it was just, for me, there are certain places and spaces at Walt Disney World where you can just kind of sit down, let things that were kind of driving your anxiety or keeping you up or just having things in your life that just aren't the way you want them to go sometimes. And when you're at Disney, for some reason, you can let that go. And there are moments that you can just kind of sit there, enjoy being there, and you don't have to worry about, hey, I have this to do tomorrow, I have this on my list. All that gets set aside. You can just sit there, enjoy a moment, enjoy something quiet, enjoy it with a friend, enjoy it with a family member. Maybe it's a dinner, maybe it's just sitting there in your hotel lobby enjoying a few minutes of rest. But it's pivotal for a lot of us that love the Disney space because it's a place to reset in an odd way. And it's a little escape from reality. So that always makes it top on my list. And I could go on and on about little places and little moments that would do that. And we'll do that for a lot of folks time and time again. But I think it's probably the most important thing I could put on the list.
And yeah, it's beautiful. But I have to bring one thing. I always waiting for Peter's comments. And he'll say, okay, who's gonna sing? Okay, because the first thing that I see here, Let It Go, as I'm expecting Collin start to breaking out singing, Let It Go, Let It Go.
Don't ask for things you don't want to see.
Let It Go, yes. Joe also saying that. But it is great. And one the good thing about this top three, they could see the overlaps that were going. What's going on, Jason?
I can't.
No, but
can you not hear that?
no, yes. But that's one thing I need to do. Today is going to be different, Jason. I told you it's different. I have to do. We have a guest. We have a guest here.
I just put it coming through.
Yeah, let me do. No, don't worry. You're gonna be doing that. Don't worry. Hold on tight. Let me just say the following. Eric.
Hey.
Now is the time.
Oh, now is the best time.
Jason, we had the conversation a little bit.
I told you.
So
he's committed at this point.
Yes. So, Jason, can you explain our audience about what's that sound?
Something. Well, what's that sound? What's that sound? Is our favorite segment. But some people are taking it too seriously. It's our favorite segment where
it doesn't happen upstairs.
We will play for you a little sound somewhere in Walt Disney World, park, resort, bathroom, something. Your job is to tell us what it is, where it's coming from, and just guess. You can put your answers in the comments, and this is really, and then you win a special prize from Puddles if you get it right.
Not I.
Just to tell you one thing, the way that you're doing it, remembering when I did one live show in Orlando in the house, and I was attacked by a fearful firefly. So probably it's a firefly that you
fight or flight.
You know those.
What is that?
Firefly. No, firefly. Those are
airplanes.
No, You got it. You know what it is.
A drone.
Yeah.
The glowing bug.
It was a drone.
So, and now that the whole
Please make
audience
that
will
noise
come
again.
again,
What's
is the guy with the plants and the fireflies
And the little frogs.
and the little frogs. Yeah.
Oh, the little frogs. Remember that little frog video I sent you? You never
Yeah.
commented on that.
It was probably too busy.
That happened right here too.
Well, let's go.
Post it.
Let's go to the first sound in 1, 2, and 3.
What?
Let's
I
do
know.
it
Yeah.
again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. In
Touch
one,
the web was the easiest one.
in
By far,
one,
that's easy.
in 1, 2, and 3.
Ooh.
That is going to be the hardest one, I think. But
Oh, that is so
Really?
easy. That is so easy.
And Colin doesn't usually say these are easy.
No, yeah,
Let-
somebody's getting that for sure.
I would
Yeah,
ask.
they already have.
I would ask before. Before.
It's like a superpower that I'll never understand how people have this.
Before I show what the comments, let me ask Claire, what do you think it is?
Oh no, don't ask me. I'm dreadful at these. I'm gonna go somewhere in Epcot. I think it sounds sort of Epcot-y, but I'm not sure. I can't get any closer than that at the moment.
You say the
Cheat
Epcot?
and look at the comments.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was
she's
looking at
already
comments.
looking at comments. Yeah. Eric,
Someone better than me. Is it?
Eric froze a little bit, but Eric, what do you think it is?
No freaking idea. Not at all.
Let's go.
At least he's done this.
Let's
I
go.
gotta listen like at least 30 seconds.
People, a lot of people saying living the land, living the land. Mary is saying Epcot, and guess what? Who showed up here was Lisa getting Milan, and happy birthday, Lisa. I know today is Lisa.
It's Lisa's birthday today?
Yes, Lisa getting Milan's
happy
birthday
birthday,
today.
Oh, we need to
Happy
sing.
birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. Mary T.
It's
Wells
birthday.
is saying the land. Mark Jones is saying the land. Caleb is saying the land. And if it's Caleb saying the land, I really believe it is the land. Michael Riley is the land. John Yaws is saying illuminations, and I know what he.
Wait. You mean like the intro? It kind of
Yes.
does have a little bit. Of, yeah. there's a
Yes,
little bit of
the
that,
intro. The intro looks like that. Yeah.
Specifically, isn't this the end of the land?
It is not the teacup stopping, Lisa.
It's not a
It is,
teacup.
as Peter said, it's the part where like you really need to go to the restroom, but
And it slows down just enough.
people like waiting, like, come on, people, get off the boat.
Been there. Been
But
there.
but Sarah, right in the beginning, Sarah was the first one who said, "Living with the land." And can I reveal that, Jason?
Please, yeah.
I think already have.
Yeah, yeah, and that it's not that I will say that I don't like, but that is the part that was added. It was refurbished and was when they redid the land and they changed. And the first time that I saw, I did not have a really good reaction. I said, "Oh," there was a few things that I started to get missing, the song and everything like that. But living the land is always. I'm a listen to the land fan, but that I do appreciate living in the land too.
Just because he likes to sing the song.
You want me to sing?
No, I
We
said-
always
I
want
said
you to
just
sing.
because he likes to
What
sing
kind of
the
question
song.
is that?
Okay. Well, let's go to the number 2, and I think this one is a little bit easier. Jason was kind enough. Let's see it.
Let's see.
Let's see. So number 2 in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I don't know this one. I don't think.
I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Eric's face.
Come on.
I'll do it again. In
30
1,
seconds, please.
in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is much easier
You
when
know-
you're at home with your phone.
Right?
Yes.
You all
Just
make fun of
saying.
me in the comments
Yes,
every
it's
week.
the loopy doopy thing here. It's the loopy doopy thing that does this thing with the
Makes
sound.
it echoey. Yeah.
Yes, yes. You,
what-
you,
that's
you
what-
cannot imagine
Right.
how it is with me.
Mary Wells says that one is easier,
I only have one guess for this.
which is what?
I want to say the Germany Pavilion.
Well, you and Terry.
Terry's saying
Is
beer
Terry on
garden
that
in
too?
Germany. Mary's
I was
saying
gonna say
Germany.
China.
We think alike. That's not a bad guess.
Jody's saying Journey into Imagination. Lisa getting Island Animal Kingdom.
It could be my ringtone. Don't worry about it.
Isn't Colin's ringtone?
Weird.
Ironically, listening to the
Can
land
you
is
imagine?
my
Let
ringtone.
let me play it again just to picture that. Just in 1, 2, and 3.
Hello.
I love Peter.
Jason After Hours is what that is. That's what that's. He
Beer
has a band.
garden.
He wears that thing like the baloney commercial.
Should we show the reveal?
Marchan's asking a cavalcade. Eric, do you have any idea?
I was gonna say China.
Claire, what about you?
I have no idea. I can't even pinpoint the park. Is it in Walt Disney World? I don't know.
It is. It is. Look at Jason's reaction.
So sad.
I aim to please.
A lot of people got it right.
World.
A lot of people got it right. Actually, it is. I'll do the review. You're gonna figure out. I love that. I love
Isn't
that.
that so much
2 for
fun?
2 for the record.
I love
You
that.
are. You're on fire tonight.
It won't happen again, so just let it go.
Oh no.
What happened?
What do you mean?
No, what one happened
What's
again?
that sound?
But
What were they doing?
What were
So-
they doing?
I have never been in there, so I don't know that was happening.
what?
Wait a second.
Come on,
Oh,
Claire.
No.
It is just so you to know,
do we
Claire.
not screen these people?
Claire,
No,
I
clearly
don't,
not.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
if
wouldn't
you,
be here if you
Who
had.
else has been on this show? I mean,
I don't know
I
if
thought we used to give Sammy a hard time.
you know that guy. That guy that you jump into the Tutu Gusto to say hi, Lou.
Yeah.
Lou had us, in one podcast. It was called actually 2 episodes. It's the one with Walt, and he asked us about a restaurant that we could bring some. Each restaurant we took Walt, and I chose the beer garden. And the beer garden is pretty special because not only the food is amazing, the entertainment is great, but in normal times you have family dancing, everybody together, is a communal tables. It is one of the best experience in Walt Disney World. And Claire, you need to do that. You need to.
Ironically, this footage was from the lunch break that we did
Yes.
at the Beer Garden. Yep.
Yes, we did. And it was a great lunch break and then a great lunch. Actually,
Yeah, it was a good lunch.
Carlos, did you samba there or?
no, I did polka. I did
Special
polka.
request.
Yeah,
It's a special.
I did
After
polka.
you have a few pints, it's
Beers.
But
That's everything, right?
But the whole setting is beautiful, Claire. If you go there, you see it's like a little German village during the night. It's almost
nice.
as nice, it's close to Mexico. almost there. No, it doesn't get that feeling, but it's almost
Don't
there.
encourage him, Carlos.
Yes. No, it's
Yeah,
almost
we're gonna
there.
have to listen to the Mexico
But it's
Pavilion
beautiful.
rant
It's,
again.
it's an amazing experience. Okay, let's go to the number 3. Number 3 in 1, 2, and 3. I have to control my reactions. And the only thing I like to say is that probably
It's emotional, I know.
no, Claire
I have a
and
guess, actually.
Eric probably did not experience.
I have a good guess, but I'm gonna save it for a minute because if it is what I think it is, I'm going 3 for 3.
Let's see. Let's see what people are saying. We see
France.
Mary says France, and Valerie
And
says fireworks show.
I'll play it again. Let me play it again in 1, 2, and 3.
See Hollywood Studios, Tower of Terror lobby, Merida on the horse cavalcade. Terry saying Magic Kingdom cavalcade.
Was there a Jessica Rabbit cavalcade?
No, but there really should be, because I would love to see Carlos's reaction to that one. I mean,
Which one? Which one? Which one?
I mean,
I lost it.
I mean, especially with Jessica Rabbit with
no.
with the little bells from the Germany Pavilion. Carrying a cheeseburger spring roll. Oh boy! He'd lose his mind. He'd be like Eric tearing down, like running through the security, getting to the
yes,
princess.
I would jump in the stage. Yeah. So Princess Cavalcade, great movie ride. Kelly saying like old Hollywood music. It's for sure Hollywood Studios. It's also what
Kelly says it's for sure Hollywood Studios. Are you really so sure about that, Kelly?
Yeah, let me play it again. Let me play it again in 1, 2, and 3. Can I give everybody a hint?
Try not to listen.
What kind of hint are you going to give them?
It is probably the most obvious one.
Well, don't give them an obvious hint. How about that if they watch, they may have seen this or heard this week.
Yes, and
I know I'm right now.
And
I've gone
if they
3 for 3.
saw this week, they saw that my reaction is that I don't really.
You love it.
I really don't like that.
It gives you
Carlos
goosebumps.
cry.
No, I don't like that.
He hates it.
Yes, someone got
It used to be worse.
Someone already got it. And for the delay, I'm saying that someone got it without saying, and without my hint. Michael Raleigh is saying Brown Derby, not. Paulo Andreoli, buddy, Paulo Andreoli, all the way from São Paulo, Brazil, saying Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway.
Love that.
But guess what? Caleb again got it right. Winnie the Pooh and Friends Cavalcade.
Is that what Colin was going to say?
Yes, it was.
All right, Puddles.
Puddles is on a roll.
Come on, get to your board.
And I have to tell you, I don't like that cavalcade.
No, why not?
Because of the song,
weird.
Because of the music, because you're gonna
But
see.
it's not. But that one's not the one that really spooks you, right? It's that other one.
Yes, that's the one too. Because it looks like a song from the. Also that, but this one, what is strange of this one, what is really strange, it sounds like those Miss Universe contest. And you have that song, and you have the song with Winnie the Pooh and Friends. I will show you. Look, pay attention.
I've never seen this.
picture that.
I've
like,
never seen
Yeah.
Miss Universe shaped like that either, though.
Could be a
I
better
don't
song,
think she'd
right?
like that comparison.
yes,
I mean,
yes.
you know.
The Miss, she won with the
There's
crown
a
with
joke
the
in there about a tail, but I'm not going to go there.
No.
Could be a better song. Carlos is right.
I mean, right? It could be like a song from one of the Winnie the Pooh movies,
from the show or the
They don't-
movie, or
it's
something.
weird. Yeah,
Something.
and maybe it
I'm
is.
never ever going to be able to see that again without thinking of a group of very Miss Universe contestants.
Carlos is going to get hate mail in his Instagram DMs this week.
Yeah, but that's it. It's our episode for What's That Sound, and a very special one with our friends Claire and Eric, and then now they know the loads of echo we see to get it right for us is always difficult.
It
It's
took me
much more
47
difficult from
episodes,
people in
but
the
I got
audience.
3 right.
So that's it. And actually, we have to tell you one thing that for Eric now Eric is 1 hour ahead of us in our time here. So for him is
10:26.
10:26. But
10:26.
for Claire, what time is it now, Claire?
It is 2:26 in the morning. I have been trying so
Oh.
hard not to yawn. I'm sorry if you saw me.
You've had very
It's been-
strategic yawns. It's been good. It's
I
like
mean,
well timed. I'm quite
do you
impressed
know
with your ability to like time your yawns.
But
I mean, just because they were when Colin was speaking. I don't think that was any.
Rude.
but
No,
Claire,
it's,
Colin knows that's not true.
I am so happy that you were able to stay up
yes.
for
Yes,
us. It's
for
like-
us, and I really appreciate that, Claire, and
It's a lot.
Eric too.
No, it's an
Thank you,
absolute honour.
thank you very much. And Claire, let me bring the spot on you and tell us about what you guys do and tell us about your your group of friends in the UK and the amazing show that you have there.
Yeah, so I'm lucky enough to be part of the Great British Mickey Waffle, which can be found at gbmickeywaffle.com and on all social media. So there is a group of 7 of us. We are people who just like to waffle about Disney. So we have a podcast and a live show on the I'm trying to think what we got. 1st and the 15th of every month, we have a podcast that comes out also on YouTube with the video if you want to see all the faces we make at each other while we're recording it. That's quite fun. And there's a lot of them, usually from me. And then we also have a live. I know. It was much easier when we didn't have video because we didn't have to think about what was happening. And then every Wednesday we have a Wafflers Wednesday, which is at 8 p.m. GMT. So that's 3. I know it's a rubbish time for Americans, but 3 p.m. Eastern. And then set your alarms for the 21st of May, I think it is. So the 3rd Friday of every month, we have a live Wafflers Assemble show as well. Again, at 8 p.m. GMT and 3 Eastern. So we just like spending time chatting to our friends and talking about all sorts of different things. So yeah, got a new podcast out that came out on the 1st of May, and be great to see some friends in our community.
Good. And every time that it's possible, do it toward the time different. I'm trying to watch you guys, but to catch up later, it's always great. And all your colleagues and friends that are always with us here: John, Ben, Becca, Sammy, Gil, Peter, and Lloyd. Lloyd too. Lloyd never show up here. He needs to show up in.
I'm not sure Lloyd exists anymore. Really.
No.
I don't know.
I think there's some other projects going on at the same time.
Good. Eric,
Hey.
tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, I have the social media here in Brazil called Eu Amo Disney. It's I Love Disney. And I started in 2006 at the old Orkut. I don't know if you guys remember Orkut. I started with a page there and giving my friends some tips on how to do a perfect trip. And we have an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Everything is Eu Amo Disney. And we love talking about Disney. We love meeting people that has the same love for Disney as I do. And I want to thank you very much for being here. And it's an honor, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks for taking the time to
Thank
join
you for
us.
being here.
And it's one thing that I mentioned briefly when we introduced Eric is that once a year he promotes.
Oh yeah.
He promotes what he calls Encontro Eu Amo Disney, which means I love Disney meeting.
Yes.
And the last time, how many people you got together there?
450 people there.
450.
Yes. It's about 2 days with fair and a lot of people selling stuff, collectors, and it was very, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sounds fun.
That's
That's good, man.
You know one thing, Eric, the next Encontro Eu Amo Disney, and I hope it comes soon, I will try to go there, and I'll try to get the buddies there too.
Man,
Yeah.
that would be
he keeps
wonderful.
He keeps promising.
Yeah, let's see. Collin, it's your turn.
I'll keep it brief. Everything for me is Guide4WW. Anywhere on Instagram, Facebook, or Collin Kendall on Facebook works too. If you want to reach out, send a friend request. But I also have the store, guide4ww.com/shop, where you can pick up some photo prints for your home or for a gift or anything fun you want to do with that. Additionally, got a few projects coming up in the not so distant future, but mainly stay tuned on Instagram, trying to get a little further on that. So building the community there and having a lot of fun with it. So come join us there.
Yeah, but are you not talking about this one?
Oh, I can. Next week, it's the 5th episode of Gather Round. And I actually don't have a guest yet, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. So, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about some Disney. We're share some stories, and if you've missed some of the ones so far, go ahead and check them out on IGTV. You can see the replays there.
And it's amazing. It's half an hour.
A lot of fun
It's
with
a
it.
quick conversation, straight direct, but you get to the point, and it's really nice. And you can watch that in Collin's Instagram profile. It's really good.
Well, now that we know Claire likes staying up late,
There you go.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Monday night.
just saying,
Jason,
up. She might as well talk anyway.
Jason, it's your turn.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you, Carlos, for this opportunity to talk more about me. So, brand new video coming out this weekend. I'm excited about it.
Oop.
It gives me, I don't know what that was. It's like, well, I'm just not going to say anything else about it. You just have to head over there. No, not that one. Show the other one. Go back to the other one. There you go. Head over to herewiththemagic.com. Sign up for the newsletter, or head over to youtube.com/herewiththemagic so you can subscribe, ring the little bell, get a notification when the video becomes available. And Carlos wants me to talk about tomorrow, so I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow on the lunch break at 12 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing the next installment of the DVC Resort Visits. And it's kind of a good one tomorrow. We're going to the flagship, the Grand Floridian.
Whoa.
We're going to do a little resort tour, check out the DVC rooms there, or at least one of the rooms there. And I just love that place. And it's going to be a beautiful day. And you know what we might do, Carlos?
What?
Time allowing. And if it's not like stupid hot, maybe we'll go out to the dock to that little special spot.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
That special spot out by the
The
boat
same
launch.
spot where you held hands. Oh wait, that's in Polynesia.
That's pretty much any spot that we were,
And
any swing.
and Jason,
beach.
whenever it's possible, tell everybody, and I'll have to tell here. I'll give you for example, what you did in Mexico last Wednesday.
Yesterday, also known as yesterday.
Yes, man. This
It
week
seems
has
so
been
long ago, right? I was
crazy.
doing all day
Yeah, it was crazy. It was long ago for me, but it was brilliant. That's the one thing, the things that when you have Jason Canapp going in that detail with the things, you get transported to the pavilion. I was almost smelling Mexico there. Okay.
Time if only.
Yeah.
Claire wouldn't understand, but
Yes, and
it was fun. And that boat, I got the boat all to myself.
Yep. It was an amazing episode, an amazing lunch break. Okay, let me tell you that because I'm worried about Claire's time there. And,
I was waiting to see if we could go long enough for her to just fall over.
Yeah.
I have to go to work in like 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. It's not like she's in the healthcare industry.
No.
So,
Yeah.
I will be trying briefly. First of all, I have to tell everybody that don't forget about the After Hours YouTube channel. Don't forget to give your thumbs up. Whatever you are watching us, YouTube, Facebook, gives your thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video because we'd love to see much more friends showing up. The YouTube channel is After Hours Let's Talk Disney in YouTube. You can see and watch all the previous episodes, even the segments. The other thing I will tell you is that next Tuesday you can... Oh, yes. Usually, I don't know if next Tuesday we're going to have, but usually Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you have Ponto a Ponto Live. It is in Portuguese. Yes, it is in Portuguese, but you guys always show up there. I really appreciate that. I'm honored when you show up there. Let's try to learn Portuguese. That's the good thing.
Yes.
And
you and Eric could do a whole thing. You could
yes,
do like
I can bring Eric out to church. Yes. And the last thing I have to tell you is that, guys, be prepared for next week, because next week is our first year anniversary.
Ooh.
And we're going to have I cannot disclose much more now, but I think we're going to have a special episode. But it is 1 year of After Hours. We survived. We
made it.
And we made it. And Claire, Eric, thank you very much. Obrigado, meu irmão. Obrigado. And thank you very much.
Thank you, my friends.
Thank you for the opportunity. And you stay there, because when we finish, probably you're not going to hear me for a while, but I'll be back to say bye-bye to you.
Thank you, Carlos.
On behalf of everybody here, I'd like to wish you a magical rest of the week. Please stay fine, stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Sorry. Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Draw you in, watch the moment unfold. Story.